Hi everyone, in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to batch all your open images, your single ambience, and also whiten the ceiling and fix maybe a burnt window frame. So let's get started. If you just if this is the first video you're watching, then you can find these profiles in the video's description. The download link is there under Kaotec startup profiles. Um, okay, so you would have this off if you download that profile. So let's just start fresh. Okay, so I have 3 images here and we're going to just batch them all. Go to your post process, then click on the 3 dots. These are settings for the feature. So auto process, and then streamline, and then put on your apply to all. We can close this, as well, and you can bring up your favorites. You should have these for under your internal profile. So now we'll just click on auto process, and then that should be our basic edit. Now we can clean up a bit. So if however your images came out a bit too dark or a bit too light, you can make some changes to your autopilot. Click on the 3 dots, and then under tuning you will find target lightness. So yours should be on 0.4, but you can experiment with the target lightness and go a bit lower if you want a darker result. If you want a bit lighter, you just move it up. And then there is also your exposure strength, enhancement, and white balance. So white balance is 50 right now, but if you feel that it needs a harder push towards color correction, you can increase that. Enhancement strength on its fullest. If you want it a bit softer, then you can take this down. Your exposure strength, I wouldn't really bother changing that, but you can play with this as well and see what you get. But let's get into our cleaning up. Let's flatten, and then I want to clean up the ceiling a bit, and these burnt window frames I want to lighten a bit, maybe pull out some color from that frames as well. So let's do, in our favorites, let's do color range mask on the ceiling. Let's do the ceiling first. Okay, so you should have your ceiling selected like that. You just click, and as you can see, I didn't get the whole ceiling. I'm gonna hold shift and then click in the middle, basically where you see the darkness, and I think that's okay, and then click OK. And I want to take out some of that color, so you can take saturation a bit lower and then lightness a bit higher. Now don't worry about what it's doing on certain parts of the image. We are going to use this as a brush, so you can maybe brush on the door a bit and the ceiling. So let's click OK. My flow is on 14 and opacity on 100, and blend mode of the brush is normal. So I'm just holding down my left mouse button and moving, just brushing all over the ceiling. And we can maybe do that on the door as well. Now you don't have to be too careful because of the mask that we created. And we can flatten that. And now let's fix the window frame. So zoom in a bit there, click on color range mask, click onto the darkest part of that window frame, and I'm going to hold down shift and click on this one as well, just to be sure that I've got it selected. Then click OK, and we do the same thing, saturation lower. Now don't worry about what it's doing to the walls, we're not going to brush there. And then lightness a bit up, don't want to go too high. And then just make your brush a decent size and brush over that window frame. Okay, we can flatten. Next image, we'll flatten this image, it looks fine. Ceiling, some people like to do this, that is why we're covering this in this video. The ceiling, okay, saturation lower, lightness a bit higher. Okay, make your brush a decent size and then just brush onto your ceiling. Flatten that, and now let's do the window frame. If you feel that you are always adjusting your saturation and your lightness the same, more or less, then what you can actually do is save those values into the color range mask feature. Click OK. So you do that here in your post process tools, go to color range mask, click on the three dots, and then under use saturation options, we want to set our saturation, I think around about 50, and this maybe like 30, and then close that. Now it's saved, so let's just delete this and let's run it again. Color range mask, click onto the frame. Okay, so now it's already set. Now I can just click OK, or you can, you know what, cancel that, delete that. Let's go back to color range mask and let's take off your show dialog. It will be a bit quicker. So now color range mask, click OK, and now we just brush. So that way it doesn't pop up the UN saturation, it just does it. So you just brush. Let's do that again. Color range mask, click onto your window frame and click OK and brush. So this now applies for the ceilings as well. Let's do it here. Color range mask, click onto the ceiling. Okay, and now brush. Flatten, and that's about it. So I hope this video was helpful. Bye bye.